Hi, I'm Ravi Neko.
And I'm Audrey Ho. We're lawyers from the Kuala Lumpur Legal Aid Centre.
Together with UNHCR, we have developed 4 legal empowerment videos to raise legal awareness with the refugee community in Malaysia.
In this video, we will be talking about civil law and several common issues. Civil law helps address conflicts between individuals or organizations. Examples are breach of contract between one company and another, divorce matters, tenancy dispute between house owners and tenants, or employment disputes when an employer does not pay an employee's salary.
Audrey, first question. Can a refugee enter into a contract in Malaysia?
Now, before we answer that question, let me explain what is a contract. A contract is an agreement between 2 or more parties to sell something or provide service. For example, if Ali wants to buy 5 books from a bookshop for 50 ringgit, Ali and the bookshop enters a contract for buying books. Another example, all agrees to clean Samia's house for 100 ringgit. This is a contract. A contract can be between individuals or organizations or companies such as a bookshop. Now, coming to the first question, whether a refugee can enter a contract in Malaysia, the answer is yes. However, refugees may face certain challenges to enter a contract due to certain biasness against them. For example, the landlord may not want to enter a house tenancy agreement with a refugee because of perception that a refugee may not be able to pay the monthly rental sum, and the landlord will have difficulty collecting the unpaid rental sum from the refugee.
Now, let me give you some tips if you're going to enter a contract. A contract need not be in writing. A verbal contract is also a contract, but it is harder to prove and enforce. Thus, although a contract can be verbal, it is always advisable to enter a simple contract in writing with the other party. This will protect the interests of the contracting parties.
Now, if you cannot write, seek assistance from your community leader to put something into writing.
The next suggestion is to have witnesses for the contract. If it is in a written form, the witnesses can sign on the contract.
Lastly, a contract cannot be for something illegal, such as a contract to sell drugs or distribute drugs. This contract will be void, meaning cancelled and have no effect.
Audrey, I have a second question for you. What can be done if there's a breach of contract? Can a refugee sue that person in court?
A breach of contract is when one party breaks the promise and fails to deliver on their obligations. Yes, a refugee may sue someone in court. In fact, in Malaysia, refugees have filed claims against other individuals in court. However, court cases can be expensive, takes a long time, and success is not a guarantee.
In that case, mediation might be a good solution. Mediation is a negotiation between the parties with the help of a neutral third party. Mediation can be a formal one in court or an informal one, just like a discussion. You should reach out to NGOs for help in mediating a legal dispute. Please refer to Refugee Malaysia website for more information on the NGOs that can assist. You can also call the Bar Council Legal Aid Centres for advice.
Third question, Ravi. What can you do if a family member passes away or is injured due to a road traffic accident?
Here's what you can do. Firstly, lodge a police report. Killing or injuring someone in a road traffic accident is a crime under the Road Transport Act, and the driver can face punishments under the law. Secondly, if you wish to claim against the driver, you may file an action in court. If the claim is successful, the victim will be given monetary compensation.
Fourth question is about eviction by landlord, which is a situation where your landlord wants to remove you from your rented house. What should you do in this situation?
Eviction by landlord can be because of many reasons. Therefore, we cannot give one solution to all cases. However, if you have not done any wrong and there is pressure to be evicted, you may be able to claim compensation from the landlord under the tenancy contract. But then, you must understand it is not a guarantee that you will be given compensation. Every case is different.
Our advice to you is to seek help from NGOs or Bar Council legal aid centers to help to mediate the situation with the landlord. We also advise you to seek help as soon as you receive information of possible eviction and do not wait until the last minute.
Audrey, one last question. Can refugees start their own businesses in Malaysia?
It is worth noting that all business owners will need to register their business with the relevant authorities in Malaysia. There are certain requirements to be met depending on the nature of the business and the legal requirement, and that is why it is difficult for refugees to start their own businesses in Malaysia.
And that's it from the both of us. We encourage you to gain more understanding of your rights by watching all 4 videos in this series. And for more information, you can visit UNHCR Malaysia website at refugiemalaysia.org.
Don't miss out on vital information that can empower you and others in your community. Stay informed, know your rights.